Home, Chapter 47. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to their Tumblr account in the description box below. Some people have been getting on me about how I make my intros too long, so oops, I guess. Well, you know the routine. Subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, I guess. But if I ask you to do that, the intro's getting a little long. Dilemma. Anyway, if you don't know what to comment to help the YouTube algorithm, put 5 stages of grief. Now then, please enjoy Home, Chapter 47. Marinette Dupang Chang. Marinette swallowed herself in pillows, so deep in her personal fortress of softness that an outsider would think it as a messy bed, no human included. It's fine. She didn't want to see the light of day anyway. Her eyes were too sensitive to bear it. She'd rather keep them closed, at least for a few hours of sleep. The Kwamis knew she needed it. Even Tiki insisted. But her eyes snapped open when the blankets moved without her consent, freezing her actions long enough that she couldn't squawk out a spots on in time. Who? What? If it was her mom, it was best she didn't transform, but... Cat Noir climbed under the blanket with her, lit poorly with pink light filtered through her comforter. How late in the morning was it for the light to be this strong? Cat, she cracked, knowing she and her face were a mess, but she made no effort to conceal it. He should be the one hurting, but she needed to hold him for her own selfish reasons. Hey. His voice was as gentle as she'd imagined it to be over the past few hours of self-caged torture, imprisoned in the loop of her mind that no amount of running could escape from. I'm sorry, she gasped, wishing she could keep it together. I'm here. He stroked her hair as she clung to his chest, shaking the mattress with her sobs. Cat rolled the blanket over her head, exposing her to sunlight as a wave of smell rolled out. Not the most attractive thing, but she was past the point of embarrassment. Focus on the good. You don't need to talk yet. Take your time. Oh, this should be the other way around. How did it end up like this? Where did you go? Shh. She felt him hold her tighter. I came home. That's all that matters right now. He was right. In some strange, roundabout way. Everything else, although it wouldn't take care of itself, could wait. Maybe it was his words, or his scent, or his presence itself, but Marinette felt herself relax into him. A wave of relief so sweet nothing could compare to it. When Marinette woke up, she was still in his arms, drool on the sheets as he snored softly. He snores. She didn't know that. Something about it was cute. She closed her eyes once more, surrendering to the warmth of the moment and the afternoon sunlight, her mind still clogged but her shoulders light. The next time she woke, her hand was on his thigh as he sat against the headboard, her cat pillow propped behind his back as he played on the Switch. Animal Crossing? She slurred. Yeah. The third time she woke, Cat Noir wasn't there, and although she should panic, the hangover from tears dammed her thought process canals, unable to let her reason and rationality flow. She wasn't numb, but clarity washed over her, and she knew better than to sit in bed and wait for her partner to return. Stumbling out of bed, Marinette made herself shower, although she sat in front of the water, fully dressed, for 10 minutes before sighing and undressing. Once she was in the water, it was fine, but she couldn't bring herself to be concerned with how hard it was to get in. Thankfully, she'd brought her toothbrush in with her, because with her ever-swirling thoughts, Marinette wasn't sure if she'd have it in her to brush her teeth when she got out of the shower. As long as she was in here, she could function. A comforting routine guiding her in a way she didn't have to think about. But out there, she'd have to deal with the consequences of Marinette skipping school and Ladybug abandoning the rookies with Paris as terrorist and a deflated Miraculous holder. Wait. No! Luca! Marinette nearly choked on the bristles of her toothbrush when she remembered. Luca! What happened to Luca? She twisted the water off, unbothered that she hadn't rinsed out the conditioner, and transformed without bothering to towel off. Luca! She landed in front of Adrian's studio, praying to the past guardians everything was all right. She paused outside the door, jilted further by the silence. It was too quiet. What had her partners done? Turning the handle, Ladybug peered through the crack as though she was going to button-hook her way into the rectangular room that had no cover and little concealment. But even in her wildest dreams, she couldn't have imagined the scene inside. Gabriel Agreste sat, crisscross applesauce, with cards in front of him as his hands were bound behind his back, in front of Cat Noir, who peered at other cards in front of him as Carapace shook a dice. Were they playing Oregon Trail? They were! They were playing Oregon Trail together! Well, judging by the sneer on his face and how he refused to answer questions, Gabriel wasn't playing in the organic sense of the word, but her partner set him up with a deck of his own and rolled for him, making him a player. No! Carapace exclaimed as Cat laughed. I died of dysentery! About time, Gabriel grimaced. It was clear this game tortured him, and something about that made Ladybug smile for a breath's length. Oh, hey, LP. Viperian. Ladybug cast her eyes to him, curled up in the corner with a guitar and a notepad. Will you shut him up? Gabriel barked. He keeps playing the same 4 chords over and over again. Completely tasteless. Calm down, old man, Carapace said, pushing his supplies in front of him. Do you want to draw a card or play a trail? Gabriel stared at the game for a long moment before humping his gaze away. There are no trails for me to play. You know that. Carapace laughed and drew for him, adding to the surrealness of the moment. Taking another look, Ladybug saw Natalie resting in bed as Rena Rouge scrolled through her tablet, pressing on the articles she wanted to read and typing out emails as Natalie dictated them. Oh, hey, Ladybug, Rena piped up, making eye contact. This is fascinating. I'm learning so much. Sugar and cookies. Was there a single sane person in here? Someone who would have a normal reaction? Oh, hold on, Cat said, waving at her before pulling out his baton. Good. Of course she could trust her partner to update her. Let me call Queen Bee. What? Ladybug's jaw fell open. That wasn't what she expected him to say either. She has a miraculous again? Yeah, I swiped it from your bedroom. You've been in her bedroom? Rena shouted, causing Natalie to flinch from the lack of distance between her ear and her mouth. She's buying us drinks. What do you want? Kat continued, unperturbed. Drinks? Ladybug echoed. Like Starbucks? Yeah. Now? Well, you were sleeping and we didn't want to make a decision without you, so we decided caffeine was the best option. Besides, evil old Gabe here is refusing to use the bathroom, and honestly, I'm getting worried. Natalie snorted at his last sentence as the subject in question rolled his eyes. I will not allow myself to succumb to, Gabriel began. A cracked John, that centipedes call home. The room echoed as everyone but Ladybug finished his sentence. As much as Ladybug wanted to protest how the day had unfurled, she couldn't. She was the one who left, and even Cat Noir, who was truly betrayed by flesh and blood, returned to his duties before she did. Honey steamer, please, Ladybug said, succumbing to her environment. I'll have her pick up a sandwich, too, Cat said, turning his attention back to his baton. She's gonna shoot something back about not being a servant. Well, we need some kind of normalcy right now. It'll keep us grounded. Yeah, Ladybug sighed, making eye contact with Gabriel for the first time since walking in. Yeah, we do. My vote is a selfie, Rena Rouge called from the bed. I take it back, Cat said, putting his baton back. Everything is exactly as I'd expect it to be, all things considering. Ladybug laughed, and it felt good. After the night she had, to the point of pleading to every deity she could think of, and a mess of a morning, draped in emotions she still couldn't process, Ladybug came to her acceptance. This happened. It was her job to figure out what to do next, but she wasn't alone. As always, Marinette, as Ladybug, had her partner Cat Noir by her side. That was more than enough. It was all she'd ever need. In some roundabout way, it was like Cat Noir was home. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 48 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out other videos on this channel for more fanfiction, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you don't know what to comment, put Cat Noir is home. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.